Talk to the average person in the street and they really rely on the forecast these days. We have a lot of confidence in the weather forecast for the next 24 hours and even the next few days. In Africa that's really quite different. Weather patterns in Africa can cause a lot of hardship to people, like floods and storms.
Climate change is projecting that there will be an increase in the intensity and frequency of storms. That's what everybody is concerned about. Having that information means we should do something about it.
We need to see how the weather information can be used effectively to reduce the observed impact.
So that's where projects like SWIFT come in. The SWIFT project, it's a science for weather information and forecasting techniques.
So we're working very much all the time with the national weather services in the African countries to support their science, their forecasting skills, their ability to interpret models and data, and their measurement tools, and their communication channels through to users.
We have med services and universities, so they are the partners. The med services engage the users, who are the farmers and the fishermen, to tell them what we can do, what we cannot do. Then we go into the production process, which is generating the information they need for them. That link with the university is very, very important, and I think many people are becoming aware of that, and there is effort to move in that direction.
Satellite is an important resource. The satellites above Africa are very high quality, some of the best in the world, and they produce an enormous amount of data which hasn't really been exploited as fully as it can be to get information to people. We're excited about developing software and applying software which shows clear real-time images of where storms are. But in the end, satellites will never replace on-the-ground activities. People are exploring using SMS. Typically those go out to community groups. So for example, in Senegal, something like 2 million people get the benefit of these messages. In the fishing communities, they put up flags. They put a red flag if the conditions are dangerous, and then people don't go to sea. And then in farming communities, people, if they're aware of storms coming, they can take action.
Findings that will help the community, but also policymakers will be getting information that will assist them to use weather information, build a resilience community due to weather-related hazards.
And the feedback is that this saves lives. What's changed is the breadth of people who are getting benefit from weather forecasts as they get better and better.
What has become evident is that we need a multidisciplinary approach to solutions. We need to think outside the box. It's not just about policies and adaptation. It's about what infrastructure, what preparations are being done to minimize these impacts that we are projecting in climate change.